Now we're going to try doing the press check. All right, so seeing if we have a round in the chamber or not.
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and pick the gun up. And again, we want to keep it pointed directly ahead. Use the thumb of your left hand to drop that slide forward. Excellent. Now, you're just going to rotate or cant the gun a little bit to the left. Keep your body facing this way.
Like this?
Yep. And then this hand is going to, nope, hang on. Come this way. Here you go. And pull back just enough to look in. That's it. And you can tell right now that there's nothing in there.
Right.
Okay. Any questions on the press check?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and lock the slide to the rear. Turn your body. Shift your hand. And go ahead and set the gun down. Okay, so we're going to talk about that, and it's great that that happened on video. This is why I got people coming in. Okay, so when you went to, I'm going to pretend this is my direction so you can see it. Right? So when you went to lock the slide back, you brought your hand up in front of the muzzle. Okay, which in this particular case there could have been a round in there because the slide was forward, right? So, and then you turned it like you know that you need that leverage, so you turn the muzzle off to the left, which if you were on a range that would be bad, or even if you're at home and you've decided like, okay, I've got this concrete fireplace and I'm gonna go ahead and clear the gun into that, and now it's pointing at the window, right? So we wanna move our body around the gun once we've decided on this is our safe direction. All right? Questions?
No.
All right, excellent. Something you probably noticed in watching this particular video is how Brittany's handling the slide with her left hand. It looks a little awkward. And so there are a couple things that I want to point out here. First, this is something that I chose not to provide feedback on at this early point in her development for 3 distinct reasons. First, what she's doing, while it's not textbook skill performance, also isn't wrong, right? She has muzzle and trigger finger discipline while she's doing it, and it's getting the job done. Second, press checking isn't what I personally consider to be a critical skill in terms of its technical performance. So what I mean by that is it's not something that will be performed under stress, nor is it something that's a progressive subcomponent of other skills, like for example, grip, trigger press, or sight picture. So if somebody's technique isn't optimal here, it doesn't really have any measurable impact on their long-term performance potential. And third, giving too much critical feedback, like telling someone they're doing something wrong, can sometimes start to get overwhelming and start to seem negative. And since there really isn't any significant reason in this case why she can't perform the skill that way, I just let it go. Now, if she continues handling guns frequently and progresses in her training, she'll probably most likely develop a more efficient technique, or I can casually point out later on when she's more advanced and more comfortable handling a handgun that maybe you can tweak how you're doing that. And there's another thing I'd like to point out here as well. Notice how she's actually controlling the slide here. It's virtually all with friction pressure. It doesn't actually involve use of her hand strength. So later on, you'll see her doing this with friction pressure that's virtually all just on the top of the weapon. And this is a nice example of some of the body mechanics concepts that those of us with the hand strength to just easily manipulate a firearm tend to overlook because it's stuff that's not relevant to us, right? She's not even using her hand or forearm strength really to pinch the slide, yet is still effectively able to control it enough to conduct a press check. So the point here is that there are more ways than how you may do it to effectively manipulate a semi-automatic handgun when the appropriate body mechanics are applied. And almost all adults are capable of effectively handling one given the proper method and the proper training time.